Hey guys, welcome back to another iteration of the MyHeroAcademia Manga Chapter Reads. We have the latest chapter, which is 416. I'm here with Mark.
Hey,
And Mark, there's something that we always do before every new chapter. And what would that be?
recap episode!
Whoa. I think your voice kind of distorted just a little bit, so you almost sound train-like. But it isn't like eardrum blasting. It's kind of like tolerable. Like it's going through a filter that like collapses that the moment it hits a certain peak. It's something like that.
There was so much that it just started to shake the space and time, so the sound was distorted.
Yeah, over the Discord space. It'd be funny if that's actually something that they've actually implemented. Like, hey, we're just trying to make sure that people don't like lose their hearing. So there you
But
go.
some of the funniest moments on Discord are from Mike's cutting out.
It still is, yeah. To this day, whenever like it peaks.
If it peaks at the perfect moment, it's comedy gold.
Mm-hmm. All right. So just an FYI for everybody else who's listening in or even like watching us like read through it. Right now, I am trying to read everything through the new Elgato prompter that I have on. So that's just a way for me to do a lot of things, whether it be reading chat like directly, or in this case, read the chapters directly. So I'm not looking at the angle. So, but the problem is that it's not too. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. So I'll see what I can do about this. Let's take a look at the previous chapter though, 415. If we recall, this was when a lot of the flashbacks are starting to show up as the quirks are being transferred over to Shigaraki from Deku. And by doing that, the connection between the two are so intertwined that they start to see the memories like from like each other's perspectives. So in this case, we have the USJ arc where it was Froppy, it was our boy Mineta. They were like hopping off the boat. So that was one of them. And then let me just scroll over here. We have more conversations here. Resonance between my brothers factored in one for all was already building at a rapid pace. They're saying, wait, next week. There we go. That's a zoom. This is a zoom.
Zoom!
And we see one for all, every single quirk just charging in. And we see the more of the USJ bit with the first Nomu that we got to see. It was crazy to see the image of that state of Deku versus that state of Shigaraki. Who would have thought it would end up like this? And they go for like a big clash. And there were some really cool action shots. Last one too.
Right, only one of the users got through, and that was N, who was I believe
He was the smokescreen one, right?
Yeah, I think he's the 6th user. Yeah, he would be, because it was him, then Nana, then All Might, and now Izuku is the 9th.
But yeah, more memories. Looks like we get a shot of Shigaraki from Deku's point of view. Deku goes all in. And we see that thing from the we see the Quidditch ball, the snitch. The flying snitch. Oh shoot! I totally forgot about the last couple pages here. It kind of cuts away. Points to for Gryffindor. They cut over to everyone actually watching the feed here, and we see that the last panel shows Eri running out, and we are very concerned. So
yes, we saw Eri running out, and we were like, "Oh no! Oh no!"
It spells all sorts of bad. So in that case, let's go ahead and jump into 416. We are welcome with the hardest panel that we've seen yet.
Like I said, panels that go hard.
Like, all right, so I'm looking at it right now. How did they have? Well, I mean, it's a lot of fingers, right? So at this point, it's like,
Elden Ring DLC.
Not the Elden Ring DLC. Honestly, if you just need a guy who can draw hands, Horikoshi, or someone who's in charge of drawing those fingers, get them.
Horikoshi or Gige, one or the other.
That's true. And then not even trying to ignore Deku on the right. You can't even recognize him.
That man looks like a beast.
He's really like taken Black Whip and transformed himself.
He's even got like, see, it looks like he's got fangs.
Yeah. It's because Shigaraki broke the original grill, so it's like, okay, we can't do anything with that. I gotta make my own. But yeah, it's just this like cool action shot of him like attacking Shigaraki right now, or going on the offensive. Shigaraki's in there. I can barely see him.
I can't wait to see when a fan like colors this. That's gonna look so sick.
Oh my god. But let's look at the chapter number 416. Wrench it open, Izuku Midoriya. And we go into the next page. We're back with Eri. This is
You stay right there, young lady.
Nah, Eri's running. Everyone's looking out. They don't even know that Eri's running back. Except for Ectoplasm. He's like, not so fast. And Eri's like, but I gotta help Deku. We cut to everyone else. Just a kind of a shot of everybody just still looking. Hundreds of kilometers lie between him and us. Let's see. I think this is still Eri. She's speaking out like, I can ride the back of the big box the same way we got here.
Yeah, the things that like they would take throughout the monorail system.
That's true. The battle against Dabi, Makia, and All for One were far more destructive than anticipated, damaging even our evacuation system. A return trip is not possible. But besides, says Ectoplasm, as I make my way back up to the top page, your rewind energy is not yet replenished. So it's a little tiny horn, but not quite ready. Having said that, though, he didn't say that like you can't go because you can't go. But it looks like he's just giving her logic here. Rushing to him now would be fruitless. Let me see. Actually, in this case, just because of how the panels are, I'm not sure why I'm like drawing a blank on this. Which panel would go next?
Bottom right.
Bottom right, thank you. Uh-oh. What happened to my control? Oh. Let me just refresh that. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't like zoom in anymore on that. Alright. Coming back to a flashback while Ectoplasm continues. You know this much after meeting with the racer. As there's much tinier text here. Let me just look into that. This guy's always like, obviously he's like super bandaged up in this like state. He's just recovering from that recent battle they had after he chopped his leg off.
Yep, and you can see it's where he chopped one of his. He cut off his leg, so he didn't get decayed, and he lost one of his eyes.
Oh yeah, that's true. Me, he said. I got run over by a dump truck, but don't worry, I'm on the mend.
Look, he's just patting her head like a father.
Honestly, if you replace that with Gabe saying these words, I mean, he only got shoved, but still.
I mean, I thought of that. I just thought of my little sister.
Mm-hmm.
And again, thank God she's doing a lot better though. That's really good to know. But yeah, it looks like Eri must have tried to heal him.
God, effort. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. I have to refresh the page again. This is not quite working to my favor, but I'm making it work. But I understand painfully well how you must feel. After all, like we cut back and it's just like Deku like fighting
Fingers.
all hands.
All these hands.
But all we can do now is keep the faith. Next page. Yeah, I'll take this last page here.
Okay.
You got a dream of your own, Eri? This is a flashback of them like reuniting again.
Again, another panel that goes hard.
Mm-hmm. That okay, so just to like finish the entire thought process or entire like flashback like quote, you gotta dream your own Eri? That makes me want to try it extra hard myself.
Dude, just
You
the
know?
shot of Izuku right here is like sick.
Oh yeah, dude. I, you know, without the context of the fact that like that is still the fight, I could have sworn it was Kirishima.
I could tell. I could see why you'd say that.
hmm Poor Eri. Now she's crying again
Harry,
as she kind of like holds
she is
on
a
to her
baby.
horn.
She is an innocent baby.
You know how Midoriya is always about to burst out crying? Yeah, it's true.
Oh.
The
As we
crybaby
see who
hero.
as we go to the next page, we see who's grabbing her hand, but Koda,
Bro.
not Koda.
Coda stepped up.
Aries said, "Oh, Koda." He said, "I'm kind of a crybaby, just like him."
Oh.
And when I see him fighting so hard, we see the flashbacks to him saving him against Muscular, and when he ran up when Izuku came
Oh,
back to
shoot.
everybody. It makes me feel like I gotta take action too. And we see the guy that was like one of the ones that was like
Oh, yeah, the
questioning
one
him in
who's like
the
outright
room.
against him, like coming back in.
Yep. And he's looking at the flashbacks. Say you get to rest here for now. We get to go back to our old lives eventually. He sees like a like a shocking realization on his face as he
hmm
sees I get bro, bro.
Oh, my God. He's fighting for his life, bro.
Paddles that just keep going hard. Oh, Izuku, he's got the Spider-Man whips out right now, grabbing onto these fingers, and he is just my man is in it right now.
hmm
We see him, and now he's thinking back to where Uraraka was giving the speech. Everyone is in this together with me, or and I think that's, or maybe Izuku saying this. Everyone is in this together with me.
hmm
So yes, he's got that look on his face. He's got that look on his face, like he's scared. And then we see Izuku again. We'll bring it all back. And then we see the UA
Oh,
camp,
yeah.
UA campus. The floating island has landed. They're getting everybody out of there. They're directing the evacuees. We see they
Oh,
get
he's on.
Monoma on a stretcher.
Yeah, he's on stretch.
Monoma, hang in there. I think that's the manga guy right there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see it.
And then we see Momo and Kaminari.
Kaminari has
He
definitely used a lot of his powers this time
yeah,
around.
he hasn't gone full derp. He's like half derp.
hmm
Then we see this is Momo. Midoriya has once more adopted that dark form of his.
My, my thing continues to freeze up here. Okay, there we go.
We see Izuku. My man's a savage right now. Man, look at him slicing and
Yeah,
dicing. Holy shit.
that's rough for. I'm sure it's very rough for them to see that.
Yeah, he's like using them like claws.
hmm
And then he said, we see Kaminari, and he says, Momoyao
Momo Yao.
or Momoyo, Momoyao.
Yeah, it's
Says
Momo Yao,
Kaname
I think.
in comics and stuff. They got characters who will be like, I believe in my pal, total faith. Usually it's somebody on the sidelines who'd be shouting that, like me or Kirishima. I'm sorry to say I haven't consumed those particular works of fiction. This is Momo saying that. I'm sorry I have
hmm
to say I haven't consumed those particular works of fiction. And then we see Kaminari, not so much of a shonen reader, right?
mm.
Or not so much of a shonen reader, right? Well, Midori is probably like the strongest guy in the world now. So why don't I feel like everything's gonna turn out a-okay the way All Might used to inspire everyone?
Oh no! No,
We
he's
see Kaminari here.
crying.
He's crying. Oh, buddy. And he said, Momoyao, does B being all anxious and worried mean I don't got faith in him.
Oh no, don't say that.
I don't think that's what it means. I think it's just natural to be nervous in the situation.
Yeah. I think it's like, if anything, he might be worried for him instead of like the fate of the world, too.
Yeah, it's more you're just worried about your friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, we're coming back to this. Should I take this page?
Yeah.
So this was the battle site for Uraraka. But we see Froppy here as well. Helicopters just landed. It's probably the rescue team here. I got just change like windows so it stops freezing on me. And let me just read this out here. We got one of the reporters here. Yeah, because we got a girl here who's in seriously bad shape.
Critical condition.
Gravity something or other. I forget her name. That girl from UA. Anyway, the chopper will get to her soon.
He'll get there soon. Yeah, that's what it says.
Another reporter coming in. UA robots are on their way. Gravity Girl might not pull through. Don't say that.
There's somebody else in the helicopter with her in that panel, but I can't tell who it is.
I remember the guy. Just don't remember the name, but I remember that he had like a very like particular like panel while he was conversing with her.
Oh, it's failing me right now. We'll have to look back eventually and see who it is.
Yeah. But let me see. Where was I at? Oh yeah, the Gravity Girl might not pull through. Hey, we got a live feed of Midoriya. It's looking crazy. Forget that. Focus on these folks. As they're rushing.
You just see fucking Hawks and
Tokoyami, bro.
Bro, these guys. Hey, look, Kagatomaki in the background.
Oh, you're right.
Bro, they're sitting here like, help.
Bro, this is so out it.
Bro, the Bird Boys have had a rough time.
Mm-hmm. This has come from Hawks. Hawks is somehow like in his conscious still right now. Gravity, right? The one who, and that trails off. Just real quick. I'm taking the next page here. It cuts to when she was on a megaphone at the top of UA, shouting to everybody. If all of us, and this is her quote, if all of us are even a little capable of seeing each other united as one, then, and it cuts to, again, all for fingers and Deku having this crazy clash back and forth.
Dude, this animated is going to go hard.
Oh, God. We go over to the next page here. Let me see if I can just take the prompter screen here. Yeah, I can do it. It cuts away to the top of the building with a rock lock and Lady Nagant. Lady Nagant is definitely worse for wear, but she's still there. Former hero / villain. He managed to wrench open my heart. And it cuts away. Pro hero, rock lock. He has a special way of doing it. And there's nothing harder for a villain to bear than that. Rocklock. Well, I mean, sure. Beating villains is all about making them lose the will to keep fighting. I bet that's what he wants. That's what he's up to right now. Question mark? He's not merely out to punish evil, like it's all so black and white. That boy's dream is taking him down. I'm sorry, what was that? Sorry, let me just zoom in real quick.
Thornier. It's Thornier.
Thornier, thank you.
It's not hornier.
Wait. It's enhance.
Enhance.
That boy's dream is taking him down a thornier, more a nuanced path.
Yeah, he's seeing the world in shades of gray, not black and white.
Mm-hmm. And that look on his face when he's up against the wall and running himself ragged. As we go into the next page. It's a big 2-page panel here. It makes you want to risk it all to back him up.
Rah!
Rah! Bro, fight the power.
Row, fight the power.
And then right below it is another like 2-page panel spread of everybody in the shelter looking out on the monitor. And someone amongst that crowd just says, "You can do it."
You can do it. Or just like, you can do it. I was like, and then in the fan translation, it was just do your best.
In my personal advanced translation, it's Cervesta.
Let him know.
Let him know.
Have you seen that one with the Tournament of Power?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that
so
meme.
Wild.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
That's what dude, if that was in this, I'd cry.
Here, Phil. I'm sorry, Mark. Let me take these last two. It's really just like
finish it off, man.
Yeah. As Deku's been like fighting through the fingers, you see Shigaraki finally, and he says, "Get the hell away from me!" It cuts to a little flashback of like his pops. Actually, he says, "Stop, Tenko!" And then there comes the giant fist. And yeah.
And here comes the giant fist. You know, it's funny. Master Hand actually sent me something, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's right."
What about?
About this punch right here.
Oh, this punch. Oh, okay. Just for everyone to know, Mark just sent something to me on Discord. It's the. Sorry, I don't know why my mind's trained to like look at images and count on the fingers these days. Count fingers. Just make sure. That still shot of Ultra Instinct Goku. This is
I remember the one in the anime too. It was similar.
It was also in the anime. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure if this is a direct reference to that. That'd be dope if it was. But yeah, I do remember that. That's just
I was just like, oh, that's a good point. It does look similar. Panels that go hard. This chapter is just panels that go hard.
Yeah, they have good opportunities to do some really cool shots. In this case, it's Deku with like the charged up punch. My thing froze again. So let me just bring it back over here. Sheesh. That punch literally transported him. I mean, not exactly, but it sends him to the flashback at the residence.
Man, it hit him so hard, it made him have a whole internal flashback.
It's kind of a cool way that they do it. So it's like us facing Deku, like to like him like facing away from us, but like in the background you see the entire like house that Shigaraki like lived in. As it cuts away to an interesting setup for Deku in this panel where, you know, it's him like shocked at like where he's at, but he's in his full UA outfit.
Backpack and everything.
Yeah, so it's like, what does that mean exactly? But these are the last two panels. The destruction of everything stemming from that house.
Because that's where...
So Deku gets to see this like atrocity like firsthand.
Oh, he has to... Oh, no.
And he
I remember when we first saw that, I had to take a week or two break, bro. I had to take a break.
It was 100% like traumatic.
It was terrifying. It was so horrible.
100% all for trauma.
It was traumatizing. That's like, oh my god.
So Deku needs to face this and then still reassure himself that he still wants to save Shigaraki despite everything he went through. How far gone he is now, and still say that he's still gonna save him. Dude, that's gonna be rough to see. But I'm glad that this chapter had a lot of opportunities to go back to other characters. Aside from like these really cool like still shots, that's probably why it held them back like a couple weeks to also go back to some of the characters too, because it's this kind of the same usual like length of pages, but it felt like this one had a lot of content to it. Everyone's just looking out Everyone just sees Deku. People are hopeful, but also very concerned. I mean, honestly, it feels like Eri and Kaminari are kind of on the same page.
They're just worried about their boy.
Mm-hmm. So I guess, yeah. It seems that, especially with the help of Koda, like Eri's going to just kind of hold back, and that's probably for the best right now. Although, if there was a way to kind of keep her safe, then maybe a little bit of a rewind might help, just a little bit. But you know, otherwise it's kind of just Deku's fight. Actually, the one for all's fight.
Woo!
But it's good to see that everyone else is being evacuated from their situation. Looks like all the fights have calmed down since then. And now we're just kind of closing in on the final fight.
Bro, I feel like we're coming up on the end.
It's also true that, like, since Deku has seen another flashback, that means another power got transferred.
I would imagine so. That must mean that somebody is getting. We'll probably see who did in the next chapter. That somebody's getting transferred.
Oh god, it'd be crazy if it was Nana that time.
You're right.
Loses the float ability, but Nana will now have to witness this. It's like, bro.
Could you imagine she just goes in and saves her son?
I think they would be willing to like write her into like that bit, even if she's not directly involved in like witnessing this, and moreover. But I guess it also makes sense because I guess so. No, yeah, I think they can show that. They could probably
fight between Tenko and his father,
if not momentarily, stops it. Dude, oh, okay, yeah.
At least in the flashback.
In the flashback, it sets up something where like we'll see a little bit of like what Nana can do. Because honestly, all the things she said about like Shigaraki since, you know, having the confrontation with him has been kind of harsh, and it's been like one side where like Shigaraki's completely cast her away, doesn't even really acknowledge her anymore, and Nana's just over here having to like really rely on Deku to like take care of like her problems, and she's not physically there anymore, but she might be able to help like twist some things here and there in the All For One space then. But I just said that and now it sounds very compelling, so I'm like, yeah, do that.
Please.
Listen, I don't write these scripts, but you can hire me. I could be your non-writing writer. I'll just give you ideas. And then like, and then that's when I'm like, okay, so to save Deku, my OC is gonna come in here, and they're like, okay, no, that's enough. We enjoyed your time. Thank you. Here's your paycheck. See you in the future.
And see you then.
Love interest is Leighton Nagant. Oh, okay, my guy, you can. The door's over here. Okay, but the next chapter is coming in 7 days, so this is definitely probably going to be like one of those that's going to be more conversational heavy, and I think it's definitely merited for like what's to come, because if we have to see that one more time, yikes. But yeah, this is a good moment here too. So I think that's all my thoughts here. Mark, is there anything you'd like to say before we go ahead and call?
I think we covered pretty much all there, because like there was, I don't think there's too much we necessarily need to elaborate on in this chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just really good building to like where it's going to be like in the next one.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's about to happen in the next chapter. Like in terms of just seeing like what is
this confrontation, the truth.
This is like, I'm very curious to see like how they're gonna handle this at this point.
Mm-hmm. I just want to know exactly like what Deku's gonna feel after seeing that.
Because that is rough.
That's real rough. I think of all the things that Deku's seen, and he's seen a lot so far, I don't think he's seen a lot
of fucked up shit.
I don't think he's seen this though.
Yeah, this is next level fucked up.
This is like it feels almost helpless.
It is fucked.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna have to leave it there. So next time we do another cover for My Hero, it will be when this game, I was gonna say game, when this chapter releases next week, probably on the 17th. I don't think there's anything happening on my end to delay that any further, so we should be good to go. But yeah, all right, guys, I appreciate everyone for tuning in for this one. We'll see you guys in the next manga read. #bye, everybody.